here are two things that merge: good-looking women in bikinis and drugs. There's a supermodel named, what's the name? Bella Hadid. Am I right on this?
Bella or her Gigi?
Gigi.
They're sisters.
It's Gigi. It's Gigi Hadid, who has been detained now in the Cayman Islands because the private plane she was on had marijuana. This has been reported a couple of days ago. Now it's coming out, it's not her weed. It was just on the plane, and the plane is her private plane. So we've got a wrongly detained supermodel in the Caymans, and it's not her weed. Somebody else had it on the plane.
Was the weed coming to the Caymans, or was the weed supposed to come back to the U.S.?
Going into the Caymans. They touched down for a quick visit. They were going to do a week in the Caymans, she and whoever was her traveling entourage. They touched down at Owen Roberts International Airport. It's been a week ago. Went through customs with luggage. Customs found marijuana in somebody else's bag and belongings. But because Gigi Hadid owns the plane, she's in trouble.
She owns the plane?
Or at least she booked the plane.
Yeah.
It's in her name.
What my understanding is, in their law, it's, even though it's not her, there's several people on it, because she is the one registered on the plane.
That's right.
She is therefore the owner of it.
The whole thing. She's the owner of the plane because it was registered in her name. $1,000 fine.
That'll show her.
Yeah.
Well,
and she's been detained at the airport. So
is there a sexy mugshot?
I have not seen. No, I just saw her in some of her supermodel wear.
And that of course you did.
Yeah.
That's what you saw.
It's on my TikTok.
Sure. Algorithm.
What am I supposed to do? It's all algorithms,
She's claiming, and her crew is claiming, that they were basically told, "Hey, backdoor us some money. We'll make this go away." That's why they're saying it's not even our cocaine.
Marijuana.
Marijuana. Sorry. Yeah. It's not even our marijuana.
Yeah.
It was just conveniently found.
Oh, really?
And they're like, "Well, we can make this go away if you."
Yeah. Well, that's what I would do.
Some cash.
That's exactly what I would have done.
And she refused, so that's why they said, "Well, then we're going to detain you." And she said, "Do it. That's not mine."
No kidding.
Yeah. So that's the whole thing. She said, I could have paid them off.
Yeah.
And none of this would have been. But I said no. So they were like, "Well, we'll detain you." And she said, "Do it. I'm serious."
She's standing up for her beliefs and her freedom and the right.
Did you
thing.
take yours with you, Kelly, or wait till you landed in the tropics to buy?
First of all, no comment. All right. But off the record, let me tell you this.
Traveling with it is very risky.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I would never, ever do. Let me tell you, I've been to Jamaica 3 times. And it is offered so prevalently there. There's really no point in taking it in, There was a guy, the first day I was there, okay, and he took me to the room, the bellboy. He took me to the room on the resort, and he goes, if you need anything, just let me know. And I said, okay, thanks. And he goes, anything. I didn't know what he meant, but I was like, okay. And then another guy standing there said, you know what he means there? He means weed or coke. If you want it, you can get it.
What's that? What?
I was like, what?
Wait, come back.
Get out of here.
I didn't tip you enough.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I have a question about the mini bar.
Yeah. I told you about the rope. I swam out to the rope at the resort, and a guy was in a boat and said, hey, man. And he came
that's right. He can't cross it, right?
He can't cross the rope. He came motorboating to it. I was in the ocean, and he said, weed, cocaine, whatever you need, man. And I was like, get out of here. Are you serious? My God.
My money's in my shoe on the sand.
It was crazy. It was
Stay
crazy.
here. Don't leave.
It was crazy. I couldn't believe
I can't swim back and then out again.
So Ms. Hadid, I tend to believe her. There's no need for her to travel.
Well, I'll tell you. I was in Jamaica on a cruise. It was one of the cruise stops.
Yes.
And these kids, I'd say maybe late teens, well, probably early 20s, got stopped coming back through because you have to get scanned.
Yes.
And they said, as they basically got caught with the weed, they said, the guy outside told me we could bring it back to the ship. I think it's a big scam.
Oh, it's a scam for them. Yeah,
that's what he's like. No, he said we could bring it back to the ship. And they said, no.
Yeah.
So they pull him off to the side room. A little bit later, I see him back on the ship, and I'm like,
yeah, what happened?
What happened?
Right.
And they said they pulled him in that side room, and they said, $200 and it goes away.
Okay. It's a scam to make money for them.
For even the people,
weed.
for the security checking you back in.
Yeah.
And he said, I guarantee you that little bag of weed got handed right back out
to
the window
person.
to the same person to sell again.
Same bag over and over.
Over and over again.
Yeah.
Then
And he said the guy outside was like, oh, it's Jamaica man.
And everybody gets rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he gets a taste.
That's right.
And that's
A
then
piece.
they mark them basically and say those.
Mark.
Because I mean, I was with my family. We didn't get stopped for anything. They waved us through.
Yeah, right.
But it was they marked those 3 kids and were like right there.
I remember our buddy Weather Dave almost caused an international incident leaving Mexico.
Well, Goat Boy.
It wasn't his fault.
It wasn't his fault.
It wasn't his doing, but someone asked him to hold something.
Yeah, Goat Boy, who was your predecessor. I mean, everything was fine. We're standing in line at customs.
We're at the bus, and they said, "Now you got to go through customs first."
Yeah. And Goat Boy said, "Dave, you want to wear my jacket?" It's like, why would I want to wear your jacket? He's like, put it on. And
What'd you bring a jacket for?
Yeah. I mean, we're in the most tropical location. Here, take my jacket. What? Yeah. He tried to put it on Dave. Eventually just threw the jacket away. He lost that. His finest garment. He lost it. That was it. I got off a boat one time in Jamaica, and what you just said is right. We were climbing Dunn's River Falls, and guys were standing there saying, ganja.
Yeah.
I said, what do you take me for? This is ridiculous.
Let me at least get off the falls.
I'm not
Let me
doing
dive
it.
real quick.
100% ridiculous. One more note on legal trouble for celebrities. We'll talk with Lisa Lanier, our attorney, about this on Friday. She will be here for Lawyer Up. And we've mentioned this case once before. Marilyn Manson, not my favorite. Not a guy I ever
You made a stand.
listened to. I've made that stand. His real name, Brian Warner.
Is he your least favorite Manson?
Push. No. Well, now, yes.
Now that Charlie's no longer.
Charles is gone. But I had to put Charles as one, and this guy's one. Not my favorite. On August 19th, 2019, he was accused, and this goes back all that way, accused of blowing his nose on a videographer at a concert in New Hampshire.
Was this the classic snot rocket?
Yes.
You block one nostril and then fire it out.
From the stage, he blew his nose.
I remember this.
And he has finally pleaded no contest.
I may have not.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right. He said, love to prove it, wouldn't you? But there is video of a snot rocket flying through the air toward this videographer.
Oh, no.
Can you prove that Manson launched it?
No.
Intentionally?
No.
Because sometimes things fly out of us.
That's right.
We're humans.
You cannot prove it. You're right. I've seen many things come flying out of me just all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You know?
Spittle, boogers, earwax.
I passed gas too loudly yesterday at a grocery store parking lot, and a woman heard me. I was just getting out of the car, and I thought, let me just get one right here. I'm going in. So I just but I thought it was going to be quiet.
Hot out here. Why did you just do that? What is wrong with you? I didn't know it was going to be that loud.
I thought
It felt silent.
I thought it would be silent.
Yeah.
I think I'm losing my edge.
Yeah.
I think I'm losing my ability to tell whether or not it's going to be sex. I was just going to leave it right there in the car.
You know what else is hot? Why would you do that?
You smell that's the wildfire smoke.
Yeah. It's stinging my eyes.
It's Canadian. It's Canada.
The haze of the atmosphere.
Yeah.
That's what's stinging your eye. No. You just passed gas.
Right next to me for no reason.
Why would you do that?
I thought it'd be silent. It doesn't make it better.
I'm going to plead no contest. When I'm brought up on charges, I'm pleading no contest. I don't know.
No.
Your Honor,